What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Show back with another video, and today it's an interesting video for you guys. One Piece fans are zombies. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, much like the JoJo franchise, I feel like One Piece is the anime that most people try to put on other friends. Like when you're recommending a friend, an anime, and you know that they're gonna say no because One Piece is 1,000 episodes, but you kind of have to because it's such a great anime. And don't get me wrong, I love this anime. I'm gonna say a couple of things about the fans, a couple of things about the anime. I love this anime. I really do. I think I love One Piece a lot, and I've all the way caught up. I've seen everything, but going back in the past, when somebody recommended me One Piece and I saw it was literally 1,000 years old, I'm joking, of course, but it does have the famous "it's 1,000 episodes" excuse. And I've seen it back in the day. I had seen it like in passing. Like I didn't really watch it, but I've seen it in passing. And to me, when I was younger, none of that would have mattered because I would never watched a 1,000 episode anime ever. Like no Detective Conan, none of that at all. And I think that with One Piece, it's kind of a bit of a weird mixed bag because people always try to caveat One Piece, like with JoJo's. When they say you watch JoJo Bizarre Adventure, they tell you, hey man, like okay, the art style's a little, it's a little unique. It's a little bit out there, it's a little bit weird, but it's like such a great, amazing anime. And then you look at it and it's like, bro, what is this? But then you watch the next episode, you're like, okay, what is this? And then you watch like the first season and you're like, okay, that wasn't bad. I mean, it was cool. It was enjoyable at least, you know what I'm saying? I might start on the second season, I might not. Then you watch the second season and you're like, okay, this is actually interesting. This is getting good. Third season, okay, this is kind of long, but this is really good. Like new abilities, new powers, it's actually pretty good. I'm locked in. You get to the fourth season, like this is crazy. This is like a weird little concept, but I like it. I actually do like it. Fifth season, oh my gosh, this is peak anime. Then sixth season, you kind of like, okay, that was a good little ride. It was cool. That's how I feel about JoJo's. Like when I first got introduced to that series, and maybe we'll talk about that in another video. I just wanted that to correlate to One Piece because then One Piece is a little bit different. One Piece, you're separated into these big sagas and these big arcs because you may get like one arc that takes as many episodes as JoJo's whole series. You know what I'm saying? Not really, but at least one arc taking maybe like multiple seasons of JoJo's. One Piece is that anime where you want everybody to know how smart it is, how good it is, because people hate from the jump, even just knowing how big the anime is. Like I've seen a lot of people like Luffy sucks, Luffy's ass, Luffy's this, he's that, and they literally never watch a drop of the anime. And by no means am I saying Luffy is the most definitive, best written character of all time, but he's actually a great protagonist. You don't really see it unless you see the little nuances in the show. The reason why I called the One Piece fans zombies is mainly because they bite people and make them watch One Piece and get a little bit of a taste of One Piece, and then they turn into One Piece fans that want other people to know that One Piece is the greatest or the best. Now, by no means do I think One Piece is the greatest anime. I think that it definitely does have some issues with it. Pacing, obviously, just watching it week to week is hell because catching up is the fun part. Watching it week to week is not fun for me because the way the episodes tend to drag sometimes. I think obviously the animation has gotten better because of the Wano arc. They really stepped it up on animation, but for a long time the anime didn't really look all that impressive, so that can kind of kill people who are doing a fresh watch of the anime. The animation isn't really up to par, and it's obviously an older anime. Like you can't really blame it. People will be zombies. People tell you that Oda is the greatest mind that ever touched a pen or whatever they use to draw for manga, and I think he's really great. I think it's a lot of great long series out there. Berserk, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, all of the big four have their own little plus and minuses. I think that One Piece is definitely a well-written story. I think it has great characters, it has great bonds of friendship, it has great mystery in it, and it's still going on today even though they claimed it in their final arc. The fans of One Piece are toxic, at the same time they're very inviting because you got those one set of fan bases where it's like, oh, you haven't watched One Piece, bro, you're not even really an anime person, bro. Like you're not, like, how do you not watch one of the greatest anime of all time and you claim you watch anime? The people that is kind of really gatekeepy about it. Now don't get me wrong, I will never be upset that somebody doesn't want to watch a 1,000 episode commitment anime. Like you gotta be committed to actually watch that, because not only is it very slow in the beginning, and I want to say slow, it's one of them anime that really builds up gradually. A lot of the scenes, a lot of the arcs really have really powerful moments, but if you see stuff like Gear 4, Gear 3 in the very beginning, like you watch a video of a fight or something, it can take a very long time to get to that point. So you're gonna be waiting a very, very long time to wait for that stuff to pay off. I think the best way to go into One Piece is completely blind, to not know anything about it and just be taken on the visual journey. I also think it's best to watch it on a platform like Netflix, where they will sometimes skip a lot of the recap. One Piece kills me because they do in the anime specifically, I always say recommend to read the manga. Whenever I tell friends to to watch One Piece. I say, but if you don't like pacing of bad anime, in terms of like bad, I mean like bad pacing in anime, like Dragon Ball Z or Naruto. Naruto has a lot of fillers. That's how they do their pacing issues. Dragon Ball Z has the slower pacing like One Piece, where fights can take forever. I honestly do not know who's worse, because yes, they was on Namek for 30 hours, you know what I'm saying, all together, and it was like a whole month of episodes worth of just being on Namek. But One Piece also had like Luffy and Dressrosa fighting the Flamingo like 4 times in the span of like 100 and some episodes. So it's bad pacing on both sides, but every anime deals with pacing differently. I say always read the manga so you can get the short, uninterrupted story of One Piece. It gives you all of the mystery, all of the intrigue. You don't have to worry about slower animation or recaps. Recaps are amazing in the fact that they waste so much time. You guys are zombies, you know what I'm saying? Like because I wouldn't want to sit there and watch every episode, all opening and recap. But obviously, if you go on platforms like Netflix, they have like options to where you can skip the intros and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, they have fantastic music and presentation, but when you're watching an anime arc or anime saga, whatever you want to call all these giant One Piece stories, you're watching that, bro, you don't want to keep watching the recap for 10 minutes into the episode. It's honestly just not the best. But going back to the fans, man, I think that One Piece is generational. I think it is a great anime, and I think everybody should eventually try it. Now, a lot of people will not do it. It's the same way with video games. I mentioned this earlier in one of my earlier videos, that a lot of people do not like Final Fantasy or games like Yakuza because they have very long legacies of games. I've talked to a lot of friends and they were like, well, I don't really want to play Final Fantasy because there's so many of them. Like, I see them coming out every year. I don't know where to start. I just don't even want to hop into the series. Same can be said for the anime series of Monogatari. Like, they have so many different anime series that it's just kind of hard to get into. Same could be said for Fate. Fate has so many iterations of series that to get into. Like, they have so many Fate series, Fate video games, Fate everything. You don't know where to really jump into to get the main concise story, and sometimes that can be very, very overwhelming. One Piece does a different way of this. Then not only do they have like just one show, so it's not like Fate and all the different names of different fates. They only have one show, but they have such a mass legacy of episodes, like so many episodes that they blow all these series out the water. Like, they have so many episodes that it looks so challenging. It's the Final Fantasy effect. There's 17 Final Fantasy games or something, and where should I start? This one says Final Fantasy, but it's not even a number. Like, I don't know where I should start. It's the same with One Piece. Regardless of where you know you should start at the episode 1, it's just so many episodes that it just seems like it's just an uphill battle. People don't realize that when you watch it, like 1,000+ episodes is not nothing. It goes by in an instant when you watch it. And I will admit, I'm kind of a zombie too. I'm a One Piece zombie myself. I feel like I definitely try to get people to take a bite out of One Piece. I think people definitely should watch it. I think it's such a great series. I think that it takes a little bit of mental fortitude, because you have to kind of commit yourself to watching a lot of anime that has not the greatest pacing. Some of the older animation, watch that from episode 1 all the way to 1,000+. It can be done. It definitely can be done. I think there's also a retelling. I think they did Naruto Kai or something like that, but they did something like that for One Piece. I think it's called One Piece, and I heard that's pretty good for catching up on the story. You won't get the full experience, but it's more like they cut out a lot of the bad pacing issues from what I heard, and could be a good alternative to get somebody into One Piece. But in reality, if you had to go to another format to actually watch the anime, like they had to cut out certain stuff and re-edit the anime, you probably won't do it because it's just too much work. With that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next.